Good morning everyone, welcome to our Friday morning clinical Pilates class. It's an upper quadrant class, so we've got neck, thoracic and our shoulders. It's more about strength and posture really, this class. So just if you do have kind of reduced strength around the shoulders, if you're quite rounded, if your neck's in a poor posture, protruding, then this is going to be a really nice class for you. So placing your feet hip distance apart, nice soft knees, growing tall towards the ceiling, keeping that peach tucked underneath your chin, wide collarbones, shoulder blades connecting down towards your back pockets, finding that neutral spine and then drawing in lower abdominals, little lift up through your pelvic floor to center. So just stop rolling through those shoulders for me, nice big circles. And then floating those arms up in front of you, palms facing down, elbow to your back wall. Oh, one more for me. And then sweeping those arms all the way around behind the ears, shrugging the shoulders up, pulling the shoulders back down, and unwinding, lift, lower, sweep. And then straight into our roll downs, chin down towards your chest, peeling each spinal bone forwards in order, lengthening through the back of your legs, taking a deep breath in when you get as far down as you can. And then breath out, tucking that tailbone under, stacking each spinal bone back on top. Chin is the last thing to lift. And go again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And last one for me. And then widening through your stance, coming down into squat. So wide position, knees tracking towards second and third toes. A little squeeze of those glutes at the top. And then stepping behind. Just into our reverse lunges, keeping that pelvis level. Strength here, strength here. Toy soldier, opposite arm, opposite leg. Big swing through with those shoulders. Make sure they've got a nice bit of mobility as they've got some work to do today. And then finishing off with walking. And relaxing down. So quick stretch through the neck for me. Chin down towards your chest first. Hands on the back of the head, so not on the top of the head. Make sure it's on the back. And you are going to pull forwards for me. And then coming into our levator scapulae. So halfway towards a rotation, chin down towards your chest, putting your hand on the back of your head, and you're going to pull in this direction. And you should feel that all the way up one side of the neck into the tip of the shoulder blade, or you might feel it more to the medial border, the inside border of your shoulder blade. And swap into the other side, chin down, and then pull in. Coming all the way back up. Last ones for me. Lateral stretches, so side flexions. Keep that shoulder down, pulling all the way over. So 45 degrees, as you can see me here. That's normal range of movement. Swap into the other side. Lovely, well done. Grabbing hold of your TheraBand. Ideally, I would like it to be a TheraBand. If you've got hand weights and not a TheraBand, you can still do the same movements with, but you're going to work harder with this TheraBand. So you are going to step on the TheraBand, and you are going to create quite a lot of tension on that TheraBand before you get going, okay? So make sure that you're not sort of loose here before you start to pull. I already want you to have quite a bit of tension on. So you are going to do shoulder retractions, squeeze in between those shoulder blades. So as you can see, you can still do the same movement pattern just with your weights. Or if you haven't got any weights, you've got nothing with you, you can still do the same movement pattern, but it will just make it a lot easier for you. So I want you to do 10 and rest. So just come out of that position and then back down again. But make sure that you're not overly leading with the arm. So I'm going to show you, I don't know whether it comes across on the camera right, but this is just working the triceps. This is squeezing between the shoulder blades, okay? So make sure that you're not overworking the shoulders and you're actually getting that retraction, that squeeze between the shoulder blades. So I'll show you here. So this is just using the shoulders. This is squeezing between the shoulder blades as well. So you've got to reinforce that message to make those muscles between your shoulder blades connect and shorten. So imagine as though you've got a pencil between your shoulder blades and you're just trying to nip it with each movement you do. So if you can only feel it in your triceps, which is at the back of the arm, you're not connecting between those shoulder blades properly. So just try and get them nipping and squeezing. So as I say, 10 at the most. Stand up and rest, and then we're going to go again. So nice and lovely. Long through your spine. So no rounded positions here. Again, this is not going to squeeze between the shoulder blades. You're just going to work your triceps. So make sure that you've got that nice neutral position through your spine. So last rest, and then we're going to come down for the last 10. 10, lovely. So if you know you are rounded through your shoulders, like this, okay, these are really good postural exercises to do to wake up the muscles that should be retracting your shoulders and to give them strength and support to be able to hold you in that position. Remember, if we don't use it, we lose it, and that's what happens with posture is we start neglecting certain muscle groups and then we have that adaptive position through the rest of the body. So from here, we're going to come into bicep curls. So again, if you've got hand weights and no TheraBand, that's absolutely fine. You're going to use your hand weights. But if you've got your TheraBand, make sure that you've got a decent amount of resistance on there, working from left to right. So if you are in the class and you're like, oh, I wish I did have some TheraBand, eBay, Amazon, if you type in resistance band, I think Thera is probably the best product, which is why I say TheraBand. But there are other brands out there that you can get, and they normally do them in just single lengths like this. I'm not too sure how much they are. I would guess somewhere like £3. Which sounds expensive for a band, but a big roll of it is about £60. So keep your elbows into your sides. The only thing that is moving is the elbows. If your elbows are coming forwards, like this, you're actually using your deltoids around the shoulders. I want you to isolate your biceps to do all of the work, and that comes from us just doing this movement and not this movement, okay? Because we're using the shoulder as we bring that arm forwards, okay? And that's taking some of that force. 6 more in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. So you are going to step over your band like this, and then you are going to pass it into the other hand like this, okay? So we're going to externally rotate. Again, you can do the same with your hand weight. Will be slightly easier. The TheraBand is going to make it a lot harder. So external rotation, I'll show you through here. So there to there, there to there. We are going to do 5 or 10, depending on what your strength is like. And as you can see, my elbow stays at 90 degrees. Try not to bring the arm in. Try not to take the arm out as you go back. Just moving at this glenohumeral joint, this shoulder joint. Max of 10, and then you're going to swap to the other side. So run it under, swap it across. Lovely. So keep working left to right. 1 more round of 10 left to right, or if you're doing 5, that's fine. So keep 90 degrees at that shoulder. Don't let that elbow drop. Lovely. So finish up on that last side for me. So max of 10. Oh, lovely. These should be burning. These should be burning. I've got to say our rotator cuff muscles are one of those muscle groups that does get neglected. We actually naturally don't use it as much with the tasks we do in the day. We use our biceps, our deltoids, our triceps quite a lot, and our rotator cuff muscles are predominantly kind of stabilizing around there. We don't naturally do lots of exercises that involve rotating as much under load with the shoulder. So they are a really important stabilizer of the shoulder. If they get neglected and they start to wear, the tendons can become symptomatic with the general load you try and put on them. So they are a really important muscle group to look after. So from here, you're going to lie on your tummy and we're going to do breaststrokes. So extension mobility for the thoracic spine. So it's not a cobra, it's a mid-back extension that we're doing with the arms are going to help, but I want you to connect with those paraspinal muscles, shortening them, lifting up through your breastbone to get that extension of your mid-back. So, head on the mat, on the block, sorry. Arms out to the sides here. Tuck that tailbone down, drawing through your core. Deep breath in, breath out as you extend that mid-back. So it's only a small movement, lifting up through your breastbone. Your ribs are going to still be on the mat and then relaxing back down again. So breath out, extend, breath in, lower. Two more here. And then relaxing down. So you've got the options to do this next exercise with or without the hand weights. The hand weights are going to really make this next exercise very challenging, okay? So if you did want to do it without, I do understand, that's absolutely fine. So I'll show you the movement pattern without the weights and then I'll grab hold of them. So arms out to the sides. Deep breath in, breath out as you squeeze between those shoulder blades again, hovering those arms. You're going to lengthen through the elbows, bend the elbows back again, and lower back down again. So your shoulders stay at 90 degrees the entire time. So don't let your shoulders come down or go up as you start moving. The only thing you do is retract the shoulders, squeeze in between the shoulder blades, lengthening through the elbows, bending the elbows again, and then just lowering them back down again. Okay, so if you've got your hand weights, raise, lengthen, bend, lower. So breath out, raise, breath in, bend, lower. more. And then taking your arms down by your sides. Again, we're going to stick with squeezing those shoulder blades together, but at the same time, I want you to do a little breastbone lift. Your head will follow what your body does, but try not to look back or move through the neck, okay? So as you squeeze and raise that breastbone, the head will hover, but the neck and head don't actually physically do the movement. It's the mid-back that does it, okay? So keep that position, that posture through your neck, and let your mid-back and your shoulder blades do all of the work. So breath out, raise, breath in, lower. It's a small movement. Keep that tailbone down. Keep engaging your core. Two more of these. Lovely. And then coming into 4-point kneeling. So you're going to need one of your hand weights, and you're going to shoulder press from here. So try not to shift your body weight from left to right as you do these. So breath out, raise, breath in, lower, making sure you can feel your core doing some of the work as well. So if you shift your body weight over to this side and you're doing it from here, you won't feel your core have to work. All your body weight's over that opposite hip. So keep it central, midline, raise the weight, 5 shoulder presses, and keep swapping from left to right without that lateral shift through your body. And as you shoulder press, 180 degrees if you possibly can. Okay, so try not to push too low down. Try and get that weight quite high for me. Keep that head held high. Don't let your head start to slump and sag forwards. When you get back to your first side, last round of 5, left to right. All these arms are aching. My arms are aching as well. 5, lovely. And then coming in to side lying for me. So I don't mind if you want your hand weight or if you want your TheraBand for this next exercise. We're going to do arm openings. I'm going to use my hand weight though. So ankles, knees and hips stacked on top of each other. Deep breath in, breath out, coming all the way over. Breath in as you return. And then bringing that arm into external rotation again. So again, targeting the rotator cuff, closer towards the body this time. So there's when we did those ones with the TheraBand that we came up and down, there's a little bit of work with the posterior deltoids as well as the rotator cuff. But with this one, it is all on your rotator cuff muscles, supraspinatus and infraspinatus. So keep that elbow tucked in your side. Gravity is going to help with that as well. So breath out as you externally rotate, breath in as you return, and don't let that weight drop back on the floor. Keep it hovered for me. So dependent on the weight of your ball that you've got or your hand weight that you're using, you might wear a little bit quicker. So if you need to take a little bit of rest and then join back in again, that's fine. So don't let that elbow move away from your body. 3 more. Oh, lovely, everyone. You're like, how is that little subtle movement so challenging? Right, swapping to the other side, arm openings. So again, if you want to use your TheraBand, you're more than welcome to. So you'll hold it in one hand and then come all the way over. So hopefully you've got that little bit further as well. 2 more here. External rotation. So this simple exercise that is very challenging. So keep that elbow to 90 degrees, breath out, breath in, elbow stays sticking into the side, to almost keep it pulled into the side if you can. Burning? Are they burning? Who can give me a wave? Who can show me that they're burning? Yes. 2 more. 1, 2. Lovely. So if they are burning, they are working. So finishing off, I'm going to be a little bit cruel to you today. So I want everyone to do a half plank press up, so half press ups for me. And we're going to do 2 sets of 10 to finish off with, okay? So everybody, half plank, no boxes today, no box press ups, okay? So from here, small range if you need to, or a full one. So when you're ready, first set of 10, 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely, take your recovery. If you hate press-ups, if you're like, these are just so difficult, Amie, I absolutely hate them, do more of them. Do more of them. If we are not strong, we need to maintain as much strength as we possibly can for longevity, because we want to be here for a long time, but we also want to be really able for a long time as well. So if there are weaknesses that you have, don't accept them, challenge them, okay? So we're going to do another 10 to finish off with. And then go. Lovely, and then when you've finished, all the way back into shell stretch. Creeping those fingers away, chin in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, very gently coming all the way up into standing for me. So, oh, look at that hair. Double knee bend into the centre, all the way over the top for me. And Last one for me. And relaxing down. Thank you for joining me in that class. As I briefly said about the muscles and the strength, without our muscles, we're not going to be able to continue doing the things that we want to do. So keep working them, keep progressing them, keep them nice and strong, because as I say, we want to be here for a long time and we want to be able for a long time as well. And we're going to get that from muscles, good, strong muscles. Please do have a lovely weekend, everyone, and I will see you again at one of our other classes.